Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Snow Cave. I'm Snowman, your host as always. Who the hell are you?
I'm Lady Kraytop.
Finally, get your ass on my camera. We have just survived what's known as AAC, and I'm actually very stoked because I actually found a shirt big enough for me to fit. Yay! I got to apologize for a couple of things right quick. One, a friend of mine apparently posted a new picture on Facebook. Hope you do. Sorry, Augie. I didn't have a proper video for yesterday. I'm still having some technical issues, which my friend here has been helping me try to deal with. We're trying to check a few things. I got some new equipment just in case these new things don't work. So with any luck, for Tuesday or tomorrow, depending on when you're seeing this, I should hopefully be back up and running properly. But with that said, this little vlog is a very unusual one for me. Of course, like she had said, Lady Kraytop is with me. She's the one that when she finally gets the time, we're going to try doing some stuff soon for the channel. But also, this is a dinner vlog. Go ahead.
Theater?
Dinner. Oh, for them, it'll be theater. For us, it's just trying to condense multiple things at once so that way we have the time to do the rest of the stuff we got to do. But we are having, suggested pretty much out of her after I was, busy in the store, lobster Alfredo with an actual lobster. Hearing it scream in horror was always funny. But she also...
Actually, I was horrified when it screamed after it was cooked.
Yeah. But she also made a mashed potato. Go ahead. What'd you do to the potato?
Mashed potatoes, garlic, chive, and some secret ingredients that I'm not allowed to share.
Yeah, mostly illegal in like 48 of the states.
Well, it's my best friend's recipe, so if
that
I
explains
let it out, she'd kill me.
And there's one other thing before we get started. If you guys would like, you can wish my mother a happy birthday because today is 10/16. It is my mother's birthday. I've been ignoring the fact of it all day because, well, she's an old lady who lives in a shoe. Hi, Mom. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
She said thank you. I was actually looking at her hand. I thought she was going to do something else. Anyway, so, like I said, we went through AAC, another anime convention for 2017. My second time.
My second time.
Your second time. My third convention grand total because last year was AAC for me. And then this past August, we had Pop Cult Convention, which we'll talk a little bit about that because there's some cool stuff I finally found out. So did she. And I was supposed to find out from her first. And, some future stuff because we have a LARP.
Yes, we do.
You're in charge of the LARP.
Yep, and you are second writer.
Anyway, but no, why don't you let them know? Well, I have a bite to eat. This is how this is going. You eat when you're not talking.
Eat what?
You let them and give my subscribers and anybody else happen to watch an idea of what the LARP is and whatnot.
LARP is Land in Chaos -LARP for anybody who wants to join the group.
Or at least check it,
Check
learn
us
about
out.
what it is.
We have a business page, but it doesn't actually work properly.
And you're going to mention that fact. Good call. And if the camera's shaking, it's my fault. I keep hitting the table with my hands.
We run out of Central Mass, and we basically are a mixture of just about everything these days. We have steampunk, we have medieval, we have anime, and we have the Doctor.
And currently, whatever pops out of my head.
Yes. But the fascinating part is where they try to find the Doctor and they can't seem to catch him.
We're not talking about the one in the little blue box, are we?
Oh yes.
And did you actually tell him what a LARP is? I know I've mentioned it, but I heard you say LARP, but you didn't say what it stood for.
Live action role play.
And it is a PG-13 role play. Just keep that in mind.
Well, mostly. Ours is actually supposed to be 18 plus, but we allow children as long as they are accompanied by a parent. But the children do have bedtimes on our 24/7.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you have some that will literally run for, what, 48 hours?
Yeah, pretty much. We start on Friday night and go till Sunday afternoon.
Choice.
But kids have to go to bed. Young kids, some of them are allowed to do battling, but not always. Like my nieces and nephews have grown up with LARP, so I allow them.
All right. So, see, this is what I got myself into earlier this year. I got a couple ideas. I've got them written out, but trying to get them sent to her has been a joke. Apparently, because when I sent the 2 ideas I've given her, apparently when it finally got to her and she had to retranslate it, it turned into wingding gibberish.
Yep, pretty much. I thought I was looking at Russian.
Okay. But since we're talking about the LARP, we'll let you know that that's the lady in charge of it, right? That was at the table there? Pop Cult?
Mm-hmm.
The head lady she contacted and whatnot and got us to demonstrate the LARP again this year was actually at AAC. And finally we found out how everyone liked us. And apparently we went over pretty well. Even some of the staff members, I think, were having a pretty good time with that.
Yes. Hopefully, in fact, I want to mention another convention that's next month is DerpyCon. They have expressed interest in bringing us to them next year because it was a little too late for them to get us this year. I'm good, but I just can't.
And when is there a time on that one yet?
It was November 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Oh, that's right. My birthday.
And it was in Morristown, New Jersey, I believe, is where it's located.
The armpit of the country.
No.
That's a stereotype of it. But no, I've actually driven through Jersey, younger, going to Washington, D.C., and there's some pretty nice places, considering it's supposedly the armpit.
So,
and what that make Florida? We don't want to talk about that.
Sinkhole capital of the world.
No, I was thinking something else, but we're leaving this as gentle as...
They're one big sinkhole right now.
Oh, no, I was kind of thinking armpit, dangly bits. But anyway, and but PopCon, I believe, had an interest in possibly trying to have us come back for next year.
Yep.
Unconfirmed right now, but once we know something, we will let you guys know, or I will through either this or if you're on my Facebook, or if someone
in our group.
I have thought of making a Facebook just for the page, so that way if people have things they want to talk or ask me that way, because I'm still trying to figure this out. I think, for YouTube, I believe you're a noob for like 3 years, because you're still trying to get things set and whatnot. So
would it be Ask a Snowman?
I don't know. If I was to make one, I don't know what I would actually call it. That's something maybe you guys might want to give me a hand with. So this way, if anyone has a question they want to ask me, because I don't get many questions or whatnot.
I have a question for you. Why do I keep getting a ticket every year I come to AAC?
Because I love making sure you get one. Thanks. I'll explain this one. Last year, we were on our way to the car. The costume I had, you had some that I was wearing was like a little skull type thing, and it was from Assassin's Creed, but it was from one of like the really cool, like expensive collector's editions of the game. So we had to backtrack to look for this little clip that fell off the belt when I was leaving the. Apparently, I dropped it leaving the restroom.
Thank you, Pop Cult Anime Con, for finding it.
Because we were looking around and we were backtracking, and apparently she found it. Apparently, she came out of the ladies' room as like a moment or two after I did and noticed it and picked it up. She just didn't get a chance to bring it to the lost and found.
Wait, you came out of the ladies' room?
There's a shh, you don't know. I can't tell you the secret stuff at the Radisson. But anyway, which was really cool. I mean, that's not why we ended up doing the demonstration this past August. That's because she was doing the networking stuff. But yeah,
Always networking. Always.
So we finally get back to the car. 3 minutes past the time, $10 parking ticket because we didn't get a chance to put the coin in. So, because it was my fault, I took the responsibility, went and paid the ticket that following Monday. This year, we did a lot of running around last night. Got back here, was it about 10 something? I think it was the earliest we've actually gotten back this whole weekend.
Last night we got back at about 10:30, 11.
Yeah, around 10:30 we'll say. And she parked on my side of the street.
I was starting to go into the after-con coma.
Well, I've got the after-con depression, but we won't talk about that. Well, anyway, I forgot that today was Monday. And on my street, my side of the road is for residents only. So you have to have a special parking permit to state that you are a resident. I didn't think of this until about 2:30 this afternoon when we were finally getting ready to move around and whatnot, and she could help me out with a few things that she had a $15 parking ticket. So never mind the second ticket, but a $5 increase. And the first thing we did once we left my house, we went to the town hall and I paid for that ticket. So
then we tried to go back to the convention.
No, that'll be later. We did a couple small videos because they needed to be done. They will be posted with.
It's J. Michael Tatum's fault. He told us.
That's the second video, but yes, we're tagging J. Michael Tatum in this. We're mentioning him.
Yes.
And it's his fault because we were there doing exactly what he asked, but he wasn't here to do it. He was not here. Our leader, who asked us to rise up, was not here. If anybody here happens to know who J. Michael Tatum is, have him check out this video on this channel. I will have the one we're talking about posted probably later on. I'll probably try to get this one posted first, and then we'll have that one because that was just some fun. But yes, he's our leader, and he was not here. And I can tell you, I could take care of at least 5 to 6 on my own. He knows what we mean by that.
I think I would just kick somebody in the shin and then run away.
Somebody kicked me in the shin, they'd probably break their toes. But anyway.
So I'll say I could take at least 1.
Well.
2 if somebody touches me from behind.
We're trying to keep this PG-13.
But no, I mean, if somebody came up behind me and grabbed me from behind, I probably would flip them and then kick them. And that would be 2 people. Because I would use their body to hit the second person.
All right. Well, now, I think we should actually finally talk about what we thought about AAC. 1, fun as hell. I've already said I'm depressed. It's over. I say depressed, and I could also complain about a bunch of things. 1, yes, those are called headlights. They go by.
I was more of the flashy lights. Oh, I saw a car getting killed earlier.
Oh, no, that's the neighbor's garden.
Okay.
Hey, we're off track. But no, my costume. There's going to be a slideshow actually after this of all the photos, and I'm going to get all of my photos that were taken of me, and some at the very end of the slideshow is actually going to be something really cool, which we'll mention when we get to it.
Next year, business cards.
Yeah, I should get some from my channel, and I'm going to have to. Next
year, I need to not forget mine.
I may have to rename the channel so that way it's easier to locate. Because anytime I tell somebody, hey, check out my snow cave, and tell them how it's done, it doesn't show up. It's just a bunch of people making snow caves. So I'm going to have to find a way to make it so it's easier to find, or or have the card and actually have the actual URL. Either way, I think that's a good idea. I'll have to look into it, try to find somebody who can do it. affordably. You start off with so many. But anyway, so Friday, today's Monday, you were late.
I was. Thanks, construction.
Coming from Mass.
Well, no, most of the construction was, as soon as I passed the border into New Hampshire, it was like standstill traffic again.
Yeah.
And it took me an extra hour just to get through it.
Yeah, well, around here in Manchester, like, they could block off half their streets and have you do, like, some sort of Nautilus figure 8 Mobius strip kind of drive just to get across the street. Well, yeah, you tell me how you can figure out how to do all that in one shot.
I'm a good driver, but I'm not that good.
Yeah, well, if you can get across the street driving on a Mobius strip, you got luck. But anyway, so we weren't dressed up. She had all the stuff because I dressed up as our LARPing demon, and unfortunately, because you named him and said it once, I still can't remember it unless I watch the video, which is on the channel.
I said it once. How am I supposed to remember?
I will remember.
It takes me a minimum 3 times.
Yeah, it's lucky. Me, it takes a lot more for that. But anyway, we went to a couple of pretty darn good panels. For the first time, well, after the ceremonies, we ended up spending time with the lady from Pop Cult Con.
Pop Cult Anime Con.
Pop Cult Anime Con. See, it's going to take me forever to get that right. Find out how we did, talked about a bunch of stuff.
You know, I still can't remember her name, and I feel really bad about that.
Just hope she doesn't see this, because now she'll probably yell at you.
Yeah, give her full disclosure. She can
And,
me.
And remember...
And if she really wants to spank me, I'll accept that too.
That's all. Yeah, see, I'm out of frame, but that's okay. But now remember, too, you hope your mom doesn't know about my channel.
My mom doesn't know how to get to YouTube.
Good, because you told me to put that paid parking ticket in your glove box, and we already talked about it from last year's ticket and this year's.
My mom doesn't know how to use YouTube.
Sorry, YouTube. You're not
my mom
type of user-friendly, I guess.
No, my mom just doesn't understand videos. Like my nephew apparently put somebody's video up. I guess they called it like the pumpkin dance.
There was...
You know what I'm talking about, obviously.
No, there's a woman. There's a lady, woman. There's a female.
Are you sure it was female? Like the
yes,
guy,
yes, it was.
More like a guy.
No, I'm sorry to say, I could tell that there were certain features. It was a female.
Okay.
And I'm meaning that in the polite way, not trying to be, sexist or perverted.
Okay, I saw 2 seconds of it. My nephew said it was a guy.
There was a woman dressed in a completely black leotard with a black and orange, I think it was a decoration, but I think it's a bolo? Not a bolo. Bolo tie, no.
Boa?
Boa, excuse me, that's it. And had a pumpkin mask on. And then, she'd be, doing this, and then she'd literally stop and do, just start dancing.
Yep, that would be the one. I saw 2 seconds, 3 seconds of it, and I went, yep, I'm not watching this.
And then she'd just pick up and go, and then
they handed
randomly do it again.
my nephew's phone with that on it, and my mom watched the whole video. And at the end, she said, "How am I watching this? Is this on your phone?" And we all had to just... My mom's not capable of doing anything.
Technologically evolved enough to.
Yeah, she can use Facebook, and she uses Messenger.
Okay.
And she's still trying to figure out Spotify.
The what?
Spotify, the music app. She has it on her phone. She can't figure out how to use it. It's the funniest thing to watch.
Okay, I have no idea what it is, so.
You've heard of iHeartRadio, right? And Pandora?
Pandora, yeah. No, I have heard of iHeartRadio too, yes.
Yes, the Spotify is also a music app.
Okay.
They just are a different one. I don't use it. I'm more iHeartRadio because, well, thanks Pandora for putting in commercials. Because I used to use you all the time.
If you have any hatred on this video and it's towards Lady Krytov, make sure you say, Lady Krytoff, I have a beef with you. And she'll eventually find out. Or I'll use it against her. But besides that, what else did we do? Not that thing. I'll mention. Well, we'll get into that other thing.
The multiple panels that we went to.
Well, I was referring
for a certain somebody. Should
yeah.
I give him a call out?
Oh yeah, when you do that, I was referring to the choo choo. We're not ready to talk about that one yet.
Oh no, no. Could that be part of the fairly weird? I'll put that as the weird.
No,
okay.
Depressing, because it's the only thing that I would have liked to have like some photos done, and there was a disclaimer asking not to take photos or video.
That's because it's 18 plus.
Yes, but I did anyway. No, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
But we did a bunch of panels that were given by Charles Dunbar. Fantastic guy. He does study of anime. Look him up.
He's currently going to Japan on this upcoming Thursday.
He will be at DerpyCon next month.
Oh, he will? Oh, he's going to be back for DerpyCon. Nice.
Yes, he will be.
You should check out the panel. I mean, I saw him a few times last year. I didn't know who he was. Still kind of learning. Please don't take it as offense if you see this, brother. But your panels I've seen you done last year and this year, I really liked. You do them so well. You make it entertaining. You're informative. And I found a pocket monster that is the ultimate rare one. I got a photo of it. You'll see it in the slideshow. It is a Beagle Chew. I think I mentioned it to him. It's ultra rare, and it's stronger and more powerful than all the God Pokemon combined times 10. That is what I say the stats are.
I would have to agree. Adorable
yes, it is.
Pikachu.
Let's see.
Operation Harmon. They did a wonderful job again this year.
Oh yeah.
Supplying everybody with Faygo and walking around in fox heads and giving out soap to the stinky people or to people who just wanted the soap.
Actually, at one point their table they didn't have anybody there. They had a little box, and it said, take one if you want.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what it was. I was looking at it like, okay, what the hell?
They were handing them out outside at one point, and they came over, and they're like, he kept putting the box towards me, and I couldn't figure out what it was, so I took one, and I was like, oh, it's soap. Is this free? And he just shook his head and waggled his tail a little bit, and then shimmied on down the row.
One thing about a convention where people are dressing up, and some of them have like large costumes, unfortunately, it's going to happen. You might get your funky whiff. Don't think of them as they don't care. It's just that they're probably sweating from so many people in a room. I don't think it was they did that to be a mean thing.
You're a big guy. You sweat, but you did not smell. There was one guy there that...
I can smell fine.
You don't stink. The guy that I had the displeasure of being behind at one point, it was a guy probably roughly half your size, and he was very, very pungent. And
yeah, he was in Dragon Ball. I mean, he was one of the guys in the tournament that Krillin couldn't fight.
Nope.
No, he farted on actually.
No. This guy was just in plain clothes, and he stank really bad.
Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe he didn't realize it, but I mean, he could have been there all day. And in some of these conventions, if you're in close quarters,
that was like when we got there.
Really, I didn't know that. You didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, I was.
Well, you mentioned the soap, and I figure it'd be nice to let people know that there's a possibility it's going to happen. They probably don't like me. I do actually have, like, when I walk around Manchester, because I got to go to this place, especially if it gets warm. I know where my backpack makes a contact. There's sweat. You can tell. I do have a can of deodorant or something I can spray, so it's not so bad. Because, excuse me, I don't want to be offensive to anybody. And with the conventions, I mean, some of the rooms were literally full. Like, some of them Like yesterday.
Every time we went to Charles Dunbar,
If we went like 2 minutes late, there would maybe be one chair in the weirdest place that you couldn't really get to without interfering with everybody else seeing it to try to get to. It just means they need a bigger room for him, at least. But
well,
anyway.
They had him in a bigger room, but they did not expect that paladin one. So you want to be a paladin to be quite as large, so that's why they switched him to the smaller room.
No, you want to be Black Lanterns. Forget paladins. They have no power.
But no, literally, they had to take him out of Salon C and put him upstairs in the Dartmouth because the panel for So You Want to Be a Paladin had well over 100 people. They were turning people away. The same with Voltron. That was one of the bad things, is they didn't think about how many people would want to go to things like Voltron. Voltron is very, very, very popular right now.
I remember the older one, but I never finished watching it.
The new one is extremely popular because if you remember, the 3 girls that we were with, you saw them at the very end. We had 3 girls that were painting their parasols, and they were all Voltron. It was right before they left, right after you came in.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the 2 that were going to fight over me.
No.
She's delusional. They weren't. Anyway, so yeah, we checked out the vendor room. Some really cool stuff. I never buy.
Oh, you didn't even show them your nice fan.
I can't. She went back to Mass.
No.
What? It's a piece of wood. It's just a piece of wood. See? It's a piece of wood. I had met up with a friend. That's supposed to be my logo, but it's hard to do on this kind of thing. I might try to use this to make it easier to find my channel anyway. But I found a friend of mine from Facebook who does a lot of cosplay. I think she's got a site or something. I might try to message her. Maybe I'll actually put her in the description. Should I give her a shout out? I'll give her a shout out. Hi, Kristen Hughes. Finally got that drink with you, which is why I was late. I couldn't get a parasol, but I got a fan, which I think was actually pretty cool anyway. And, well, Kristen is a cosplayer. She dresses up really cool stuff. There's a couple of photos of her in this.
I actually found out that I actually have a picture of her from Anime Boston.
Oh, there you go. So you have met her, but you didn't realize it.
I did not realize it.
I spent the first day trying to locate her, but I couldn't remember what she was wearing.
She wears some of the most amazing dresses.
Oh, yeah. Well, Saturday I found her, and she just... See, I used to watch wrestling religiously. I haven't in the longest time.
Well, we got to watch some wrestling in Charles Dunbar's things. Remember? You Can't See Me.
Yeah, I don't know why. He loves this thing with John Cena. I don't know if it's a love-hate, because he loves to hate him, or what. John Cena's all good, in my book. He's a native of Mass. I think a buddy of mine actually knows somebody else.
I met him.
Oh.
Through...
And you didn't stand up for him and get see?
Hey, no, because I thought it was awesome. He got to be a part of Charles Dunbar's panel. We didn't even get to be part of his panel. I didn't get to be part of his panel, and I've seen him many, many times now.
Well, I guess then we should start. We should talk about participating. What I ended up doing. All right, there was this panel. Now I didn't realize it was 18 plus until we got it. Now, pretty much what that means is, all right, they're allowed to use language that's appropriate for an adult. Well, anyway, this panel was...
Uncensored pictures can be uncensored.
And topics are non-taboo. So, there's a panel called Murder on the AAC Express. You have to help Sherlock solve the murder of somebody on a train.
Female, sure.
A female Sherlock, excuse me. Let me be corrected. So it's like, okay, so we walk into the panel, we sit down. Little round discs are in front of each seats. I should have grabbed it. It's actually in the other room. Behind you. It's not in here. It's on that thing out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's right there. But anyway, you're gonna go get it?
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Okay, so hey, we're gonna technical fun. Stop, turn, north by southeast.
I got it, but I haven't been paper too.
Oh yeah. Well, so there's these little round things. I'm picking up and looking at them, and once we picked it up, we realized what it was, and it's kind of funny. There she is. Let me see one. That one mine?
That's yours.
Okay. Warning, adult material will now be shown for the moment. This was absolutely funny. This is...
If you don't know already.
If you don't know already, if you might be too young, may not know. Like I said, warning, adult content. This is a...
Prophylactic?
Prophylactic, yes. Used on a male to prevent babies. With help from other things, can be more effective because nothing is ever 100%. So, looking around, we see all this weird stuff. Weird other adult novelty stuff, things. I think would that work? We'll leave it at that. And then somebody comes around and starts handing us these little case files. Oh, you didn't write in yours. Great. Now,
Actually, I had 3.
Oh, okay.
One of them I left for them because I put poor Voltron.
Oh, that's right. I remember. All right. Well, it has...
They left him pretty slimy.
I don't want to hear this. This section here is the suspects. This was the location in which each train car, was a specific location. Like, one says the canteen, which would probably be like the food one.
That was the drinking car.
Yeah, the drinking car. There was a dungeon room, and we're not talking about medieval Europe style dungeon. And then the other one is weapons. And if you actually pause this and look at it closely, I'm not going to put it too close because, like I said, if you don't know what things are, you might want to wait till you get older to ask. But the weapons are the adult items we pretty much found, except for Voltron. Poor Voltron.
They covered him in slime.
Yes. Well, anyway.
We'll just go with slime.
Yeah, we'll just label it as a slime. That comes in a...
variety of flavors?
Oh, God, we're not talking about that yet. Well, anyway. The female Sherlock was interrogating... Excuse me, I'm offside because I got an itch on my ankle. Was interrogating the suspect. And apparently, Sherlock's assistant was still in the process of running the experiments per thing. So everybody in the room, apparently was supposed to be the helpers with the experiments.
I think we were all pretty useless and nobody knew what was going on.
That's what Sherlock kept saying. She was very horrible in that regard. We were all nincompoops or something to that effect.
Apes at one point, and then idiots.
Did she say worthless apes?
Worthless apes at one point, and then she said idiots.
Well, I think,
but with idiots the rest of the time.
Well, and when I'm looking at her and realize what's going on, I'm like, and I heard about the volunteering thing, like, I'm going to put my hand up every freaking time. Just because it's going to be dumb, funny, and ridiculous.
And he did.
I didn't go up every time, though. There are some experiments that apparently needed to be close quarters and be preferred if you knew the person.
They actually said you were too eager. That's why you didn't get to go up to one of the times.
Well, no, because I kept putting my hand up for everything anyway.
They asked for fresh blood.
Yeah, they did. But not many people kept putting their hands up. I mean, it's just like, whoa, that was my foot.
That's because people were very uncomfortable in there. Which is where I was getting my amusement.
Well, they did say with the content of what's going on, if you're too sensitive to this stuff, you may not want to be here.
Yeah.
Some people actually did go.
And then the longer it went on, the more people left.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, apparently on the first examination of the body, we're going to cut and we're not going to say everything, but some of the funnier things. One of the first experiments, because apparently the victim's posterior was extremely red and inflamed. Walter? When the hell did Jeff Dunham and Walter show up?
Didn't they say Jeff Dunham sucks over at AAC? They were making fun of him.
Oh, that was at Who's Line, but we won't talk about that yet.
That was Who's Anime.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Well, anyway, so they needed some volunteers. Well, I put my hand up. I got chosen. Was given a wooden spoon. And I was told to strike the pumpkin, which is an actual little pumpkin that another person was holding. And then the woman who was being accused of the murder said, "Oh, you can do it harder than that." She took it, then she's like, ripped it out of my hand, gave it to the person with the pumpkin, and I held the pumpkin. And then she
was showing the girl while you held it.
Oh, yeah. And
you made her laugh and almost break character.
I did it a lot this weekend. I broke a lot of people. Anyway, so when the person who had the pumpkin first had the spoon, gave it a couple of hits, and then really got into it, then it's like the first thing out of my mouth once you get it really one, "Thank you, ma'am, may I have another?" Because Animal House popped into my head. If you don't know what I mean, watch. That's a great movie.
And everybody started laughing.
Oh, yeah. I swear Sherlock's assistant behind me, I think, broke down behind me. I couldn't tell. I was standing, I was facing one way. And then they had a few other random experiments. One of them, the one that was, apparently I was too eager for it, you had to pin a balloon to the back of the person, and then you had to
try to pop the balloon.
Yeah. With the front of... You can explain if you want. I might get in trouble.
It's with, as it's said in Rocky Horror, a pelvic thrust.
Let's do the time warp again. But anyway, the final... Whoa, table, stop doing that. The final experiment, though, because there's some that were really fun. Like, you had to put gloves on and investigate what is supposed to be... I think his intestines.
His intestines came out.
Yeah, the lower intestines came out, and yeah, so he had to go through it, and there was like a little rubber ducky and little. How do we say it?
I wasn't paying much attention by then.
You were looking away. You were disgusted or something.
I was actually chatting with some of the other people.
Yeah, you were. You kept my candy from not coming apart. They had candy that was actually in the shape of certain parts of the anatomy.
Female and male genitalia.
Yes, and I did something horrid that I left up for the most of the time.
But no, people were trying to eat it on you, and I was protecting it.
I didn't care. It was still funny. But anyway.
You did eventually give it away to a widow.
Yeah, she seemed eager for it, which was weird.
Well, there was two of them. There was a guy and a girl. And
I think wasn't the guy in the panda suit?
No, the guy was... Oh. He kind of reminded me of the kid from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The son with the glasses.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. Well, the final test, the final experiment that needed to be done was the tasting of slime. To see if it was poisonous. Which apparently found out was not even on this slip, so I don't know if it was a typo or they just decided to do it to mess with our heads.
Well, I think the only thing that was on there was where he died.
Actually, yeah.
Because he died in a menagerie. I'm not even sure what a menagerie is.
That's so close to another word I don't want to say.
I think that's going to be my word for this week to learn and try to use at least once.
Well,
continue learning after high school and college. Challenge your brain.
So, holy crap, look how long we've been doing this. We've only just gotten through day 1. But,
well, technically day 2 and 3 consisted of mostly Charles Dunbar's panels.
And me showing up as the demon from the LARP that was created at Pop Cult Anime Con. And
we specifically created it to start from Pop Cult.
Kind of do like a full circle thing maybe at some point. But it is going to be something that's going to be used soon. No.
I think they might just hate him enough by Winter Revelry that your character might actually die this time.
I don't know about that. There could be some secrets. Could be some surprises too. Because I did a couple of attendants of the convention actually willingly gave me their soul through a photo, through taking their photos. And
other parental units were giving you their children willingly as sacrifices.
I was hungry. Demons need to eat
that
children.
Little girl, I think, was really scared of you. Her brother thought you were cool, but
oh yeah, of course. He was a boy. Monsters are always cool, especially once you realize what they are. But let's see. But yeah, we showed up the second day and the third day dressed up as the demon, which, well, I might actually, I don't know, should I put one of the photos as actually like the thing? Like the still image before. So when you click on the link for the video, you can see the video. I don't remember what the hell it's called. The thumbnail. That's it. I don't know. You guys will know before I do by this point because I haven't done it yet. But oh, excuse me, burping. But
soda will do that to you.
Yeah, but I inhaled air. But I can burp drinking water. Good for you guys to know.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who can burp without drinking anything, and it's kind of
creepy.
It is creepy,
but a good talent.
Especially when they start talking with their burps, it's kind of disturbing.
And most of what we're saying, we're actually being really nice about. But yes, this is my normal dinner conversation sometimes.
Well, I do enjoy the occasional large belch to
thank the chef?
No, mess with my best friend because she really does not like burps. She's like, she tells me it's like half throwing up.
My sister, when she was younger, could belch better than most adult males.
Sarah?
Yep.
Way to go, Sarah.
Yep. I might have to let her know we mentioned her in this. She's going to get a laugh or she's going to kick our asses. Or try to kick my ass. It never works. But anyway.
My husband might want pictures if she tries to kick my ass. Mm. So that would keep her from doing it.
So, all right. So, let's see. What else transpired at least yet? Because, I mean, after the murder train, we ended it for the night.
Was the murder train the first night? Or was that
It was the first night. Because the second...
I thought it ended... No, it was the second night because right after Murder Train was Escape the Panel. That was...
Oh, that's right. Because I put my bag in the car. But yeah, we that's right. There was one other thing. Is Escape the Panel. Up here in New Hampshire, we got a thing called the New Hampshire's Great Escape, which is, I guess it's a similar thing. So
they have escape the rooms all over Massachusetts.
Okay.
And all over the...
Well, I don't know who's...
It's one of the fastest moving...
Well, I don't know who the viewers and the subscribers are coming from.
Right.
Some may be from another country, so they don't know. But it's good to know that.
I do believe they are also over in England and France and various other.
Well, we should explain what it is so others know if they haven't heard of it. Would you like to explain it? You might do it better than I do. I'm horrible at it.
Escape the Room or Escape the Panel is where you do a series of puzzles to escape some impending doom that is going to happen if you don't reach it by the time the clock runs out. We used to just call it beat the clock.
Well, I mean, you know, the worst
My
thing is if
favorite one, though, my favorite escape the room has to be the zombie one, where you have a zombie in the middle of the room and you have to figure out all the puzzles to get away from the zombie. And every 10 minutes, the zombie's chain gets longer. It gets closer to getting you. And
that actually sounds cool.
They do it so well that you actually fear for your life. The person who plays the zombie is incredible. They're just so into it.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
Well,
and I hope they make really good money.
Well, explain the one that we did.
Oh,
or attempted to do.
Okay, my friend and fellow LARPer Tim Pateman works AAC every year, and he loves puzzles. So he put together the Escape the Panel. From what I heard, not a single group out of 4 groups, including ours, finished the panel. Our group apparently was the closest to finishing.
But not by much.
But still, I take that.
It's a pretty good comp. Yeah.
Had we listened a little bit more instead of not going off on our own and.
I know I tried to work with others that came around me.
But there was a couple that, despite the fact that we said don't try to pick the lock, you're going to waste your time on the lock.
It happened.
They sat there another 15 minutes, which was half our time, trying to pick the lock. When they could have actually listened to us and.
It was an interesting set of puzzles. I mean,
it was very interesting. And I don't want to tell any more about the puzzles because he
might reuse them again.
Yes.
So
he probably will want to reuse them.
Or if he's going to this next con and he's got them, we're not going to go any further with that. But you know,
especially since nobody completed the.
Exactly, he can still reuse it. Yeah. So we're not going to go any further with it. But needless to say, it was pretty it was pretty tough. I know I was close to solving that one thing that might have started to help, but I completely didn't realize there were others of something else.
Yeah, I had kind of said something in the beginning, but nobody was really listening.
I think I heard you, but I don't think I remembered it because my mind was splitting into multiple ways to figure out different things. I did
help almost complete the crossword puzzle that was in there. Well, the crossword puzzle can change. And I'm not telling them the answers to it.
Or the questions.
Yeah. Or how they're related to anything else. Or not related. I don't even remember if they were related.
Oh, God, yeah, I can't remember. I don't know. It was highly complicated, and it was... Wow. But it was still fun to try to figure out. And we had to do it with a group of people we really didn't know. I mean, we knew each other, but it was worth it.
Yeah, I would have to say that I actually did invite him in to run it at my LARP because I want to see people suffer. I want to see people use their brains. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing these days is brain challenging. We've got our video games that challenge our hands and minds to a degree, but there's nothing to really challenge us.
Tetris.
Yes, there will always be Tetris. But that's a skill all of its own. If you can't Tetris very well in the beginning, you probably won't Tetris very well when you finally quit.
That'll never be like... I saw a video years ago. They had a Tetris game. I think it was in Japan. And it was an arcade-style version. And it's like you saw the thing at the top of the screen, and you had like part of a millisecond to adjust it to where you want it before it literally boom.
Level.
No. Apparently this was I think it was designed to be a lot worse than the 99th level.
Really?
I might be wrong. Don't quote me on it. If you guys see that one, let me know. If I'm mistaken, it is what she thinks. But it wasn't on a console. It was actually on an arcade machine.
Yeah, I've seen the arcade machines. There's one.
And like I think it was like five to
Uh,
8 minutes long or something like that.
uh, Fun World over in Nashua. They had
Fun spot.
no Fun World, the one that looks like a castle on the outside.
Oh, I
Used to
don't know
have the go karts. Has the 2-floor carousel and the indoor roller coaster.
Yeah, any of these things we mentioned, we're just mentioning. We're not like being. What do you call it?
We're not promoting.
We've not been asked to mention them. We're just mentioning them out of chance.
We are not paid to promote these places.
That's what I wanted to say.
These are some of the places that we go to, like.
And we know and
enjoy. I actually love going to Fun World. Like the top floor is all Dance Dance Revolution, Guitar Hero. Like I'm all about that.
You know what? We're getting way off topic.
We are.
That's my mother's fault.
Because it's her birthday?
No, because she's got Walter in there apparently. Jesus. But let's see. So day 2 and 3, we did a bunch more of the panels. The demon got a lot of photos taken. Tried to eat a bunch of children. My fan is making funny sounds. That was my finger going in it.
I got myself some toys. My nice new shiny sword.
Oh yeah, you're sharp and pointy.
And my
training swords.
My training swords.
Yep.
And then I got my awesome pony glasses.
Oh god, the pony glasses.
I'm sorry, I like the pony glasses. And she's awesome. Coventry glass.
And we're talking about drinking glasses, not like spectacles.
She does all that by hand.
Yeah, there's a woman who etches into flasks and glasses and probably other things too. Really nice work.
That's the second set of stuff that I've gotten from her. She also has agreed to do the stuff, like do the mugs and stuff for anybody who wants them for the LARP. She even said that she has metal steins that she will engrave for us at a fairly decent price.
Nice.
And if they're being individualized so that people don't lose them, she will actually put their name on the bottom. She will sign it with their name.
Yeah, my hair's a mess, I know. That's cool.
I think your hair is just a little... Yeah, there we go.
Anyway, so let's see. We went to whose anime is it anyway?
That was
We got the last half of the 18+ one the second night.
yeah. So that the Escape the Panel. Well, that was the first night, wasn't it?
That was the final thing on the first night.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I mean,
see, this is how I get when I'm still tired from conventions. I can't remember the order of things.
Well, I had my camera with me, but the kind of gloves I was wearing, they're a pain in the butt to try to hold the camera and try to get them off while you have one on. But I did get a lot of photos. And, I mean, there's probably things I really should have taken photos of. I mean, I got a bunch of photos of people in their costumes, which are great.
If anybody's watching this and happen to get a picture of both of us, could you please send it to them? Because
and if you
I don't have one of us, and we cross swords quite a bit.
And if any of you that happen to be watching this, actually, I have a photo of, let me know. I do know one. There's a young lady with a friend. I actually have their card. I have to send her video. I have to send her a copy of the photo too, probably later on.
I actually have a few pictures of a few cosplayers that handed me their card. I definitely
Networking and all that other stuff, you know, become friends. I mean, between Pulp Cult, Anime Con, some of the people we met there was glad to see at this con at AAC, and it'll be great to see them again. Some of which we've become friends on Facebook and all that.
I enjoyed hanging out with Scott from DerpyCon.
I got to move somebody around.
He actually works for Anime Boston too, on their tech section.
Well,
and no, DerpyCon is not a PonyCon. It is just a convention for the derp.
And who's derping out?
It's actually like a multi-genre. A little bit of mesh of everything. So it does have ponies, but it also has sci-fi. It has cosplay. It has LARP. It has gaming. I mean, you name it, it's there. It's probably. I'm very excited to experience DerpyCon. Unfortunately, it's too soon for me to get there this year, so I'm planning for next year whether or not the LARP is accepted. I would love it if they brought us on. I'm pretty sure you'd love that too, because you get to torture more people in another state.
I can't leave the state. I can't leave apparently I'm not supposed to leave New England or even New Hampshire.
Really?
I keep the state from flying off away from the rest of the country, which I have probably been. I've been bribed a few times to do that because there's other reasons. We're not going to get into that. Shush. Shh. Stop thinking. But on the final day yesterday. Okay. On the final day, which was yesterday for us. They had another Whose Anime Is It Anyway? It's just like Whose Line Is It Anyway? But this one, they did it for like
13 and under.
Yeah, it's like 13 and under, so that way no swearing, nothing.
PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13 stuff. And the last bit they did before they had to clear the stage for doing the final ceremony was living statue. No.
Living backgrounds or
crap, I can't remember it. Pretty much, you got one person who stands absolutely still. They got the other person who actually physically moves you.
So if I stood like this, literally that's all it is.
Well, her suggestion, because I tried to raise my hand for one of the other ones, hey, you've got the mask on your axe. Why don't you hold that up? So they needed volunteers, and I actually did that. And the guy was looking, and the guy at the table was looking, and then the buddy next was like, hey, the guy in the red with that's holding up the mask. And he's like, okay. So I got to be on stage just before the final ceremony. She got a couple of stills, which hopefully will be mixed into the slideshow at the end of this. Holy crap. We've been doing this for 8 hours.
Nope, that's only an hour.
Oh.
Nice try, though.
But I squared it by pecan pies.
Did you try to divide by 0 again?
No, by oranges. Anyway.
Oranges are not allowed.
Yeah, Mom's allergic, I know. But I did my best to do whatever I could to get noticed, especially with the costume as much as that I had on by that point, because full mask, wool cloak, heavy as and hot as Tartars. But on the whole...
That's because it's my best friend's Little Red Riding Hood cape.
It still works.
Oh, I told her we were using it in the LARP, and she just kind of chuckled. I don't think she actually believed that we were actually.
You're going to have to show her a photo.
Oh, if she watches any of the videos, she'll see it.
Well, I got to say, though, the LARP, not the LARP, the LARP is fun, too, but AAC this year was really good. It's very depressing that it ended early. And, what? Go ahead.
We do have the option of, we might be bringing the LARP to AAC next year.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. You were keeping that from me?
No, I told you yesterday. That's why I was a little late getting to the car. Because I stopped,
That's not what I thought you were doing.
because I stopped to talk to Lisa, the big
So wait,
head honcho of AAC and also of OCG.
All right, so you're telling me, instead of me going around
or OGC,
trying to eat
Yeah.
little children
OGC, sorry,
and have other con-goers fight over their affections for me because I'm a sexy demon, I might actually have to work?
no, that just means that the people will come more freely through the door for you to subjugate.
Oh, okay, I can work with that.
Instead of
As
you,
long as
you going to hunt them, they come to you.
They better have fries.
I don't know if they'll have fries, but they will put up a fight and they'll kick and scream.
Yeah, ipso facto. But, well, now, is there anything else we want to talk about?
Well, aside from AAC, we will also be most likely going to that other one that the other convention that Lisa runs. The one I was just mentioning, OGC, which I'm assuming stands for Original Gaming Convention.
Oh.
Which is also here in Manchester.
Oh. Crap. Too bad I don't live... Oh, wait, I do live in Manchester. Oh, crap, I can actually go to it.
Yeah, apparently during the summer.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. See, if you mentioned the summertime, I don't remember it better. Crappy memory. A lot of stuff to process. Got to be repeated. Hell, I asked her the same question about 7 or 8 times and got the same answer, and I just couldn't remember it from the previous time.
Yep.
Oh. A couple more reminders, if I may.
Yeah.
She is the one who was finally able to bestow upon me the one of Xboxing. Yes, I mean an Xbox One. Thank you.
Xbone.
We're trying to keep this PG. Oh, yeah.
That's the nickname for it. It was called the Xbone.
You want to know something funny, though? I had 29 games in my queue to be downloaded. I had room for 28 on the hard drive. I filled it up, and I have not even played it yet. I used up 88.8% of the hard drive already. The last game that needed downloaded has like 42 and changing gig, and I've only got 40.2 gigs of memory left. I am hoping to get some of which will eventually be played on the channel.
Oh, and you haven't even gotten to the 30th one that it came out today. Because it is the 16th.
Oh, it's the 16th. I don't even know what's out today. Holy slap.
I was trying to get you to go to it earlier, but you weren't paying attention to what I was saying.
I was picking children out of my teeth. I mean, that mask was dirty.
Yeah, I had to clean it. Yeah, the eyeballs really could use a little shining up, huh?
But, so, with that, I now have a bunch of new stuff to do, and I am hoping to get my hands on a few games.
Pens.
Oh, yeah, I got one. I got the retro-style version of Marvel characters. I got old-style Iron...
Thanks, Pop Cult Anime Con.
Let's see if I can try to do it like this and kind of put them to the camera.
Please,
all right, you
go find Pop Cult Anime Con and buy T-shirts. Help them expand for next year.
They were so fun to work with and to participate.
They had a pool with ball pit basically, and squids. No,
that was an octopi. Yeah.
And they had palm trees.
Yeah. Well, one of them was going a little limp. I think there was a hole in it. It's inflatable. But I believe regardless whether we actually are presenting or not, I believe we are still going to Pop Cult Con anyway.
Pop Cult.
Oh, Anime Con. Yes, I know.
Yes.
But if we do end up being asked to present, I will.
We will know probably later on year after January.
Sometime in the beginning of next year.
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll know by February.
But we will, if we do get asked to present, we will inform you guys. But I believe we're still going to try to go anyway because we were presenting the entire time, and we didn't get a chance to really roam around. So if we go and we're just there as patrons,
Well, I'll be much more organized for next year. I will not. I will not forget.
I know who to ask to become your secretary to help you with that.
It's not going to be Dave. Sorry, Dave.
But he's the most organized of all.
No. Actually, if anybody's going to help me, it would be Steve.
Oh, good. I was going to say, don't pick me. I show up. I have no idea what I do. I start acting like a buffoon, and things come. Things form. So.
I literally handed you a box and said, "Here, go through these."
And that's where the demon came from. The storyline came from you messing with a unicorn.
Yeah,
that you showed me during a video chat we had weeks prior.
Yeah, and I was like, "We're using this."
And I said I was going to eat it. I said I wanted to eat it.
And true to form, you ended up killing it
and eating it for the most part without damaging the actual prop. Because why? You got to reuse it.
What's funny is my 6-year-old niece actually saw it hanging off my door and went, "It looks good that way."
I have it. I got it tied up.
This is the same one that wants to be a zombie or kill zombies. She can't decide which.
She's got good choices regardless. This thing I had tied up in a way so it looks like if I was a hunter in the woods, like how some of them, if they catch rabbits, they have them tied by their paws. That's how this unicorn was.
Do you know why you did that? Would you like to explain that?
Because I had the lanyards to do it?
No, because somebody said you looked so fluffy with it.
We were glad to see these 3 girls because we met them at Pop Cult Anime Con. They are our groupies. They stayed with us pretty much the entire time we were down in Mass. They showed up this year. I mean, they missed Friday. We saw them Saturday.
And I saw them Sunday.
You saw them Sunday. I unfortunately did not. I would have wished to have, at least been able to say goodbye and glad to see them. And if you guys see this, it is good. It was good to see you, and hopefully we'll keep in contact.
We also saw Andrew.
Yes, Andrew. He was there.
Special shout out for Andrew today.
It's
Happy
his
birthday.
Happy birthday, Andrew. We're gonna have to tag him in this so he knows.
Yeah.
Well, I'll mention. I'll put all
He turned the big 2-0. He's 1 year away from being able to legally drink.
But I legally drink I've been able to legally drink since I was born.
I meant alcohol. You know this. But I have a feeling that he's the type that is not gonna.
Well, see, some people don't really care about the alcohol.
Yeah, he seems like a good kid.
I mean, he may partake sometime when he does, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Moderation is always a good thing.
Yeah, I stopped drinking.
I mean, I partook of a beverage, but I only had maybe half of it because it was okay, but it wasn't my cup of tea, so to speak. The turn of phrase.
Yeah.
You spin me.
I lost interest in drinking. It just doesn't taste right to me anymore.
Well, I mean, before Saturday, the last time I drank was last year before the ball dropped. I was doing something with you guys. I did a vlog. We were doing something, and I actually was partaking of a lemonade of alcohol flavor.
The last time I drank was in Arkansas. And that was over the summer.
What's in Arkansas?
The bestie.
No, what is in Arkansas?
Deanne.
That's a who, not a what.
The last time I drank was at
No, you misunderstand the question. Arkansas, what is it?
The state.
Wait, we have a state called Arkansas?
Some people know it as Arkansas.
What's Kansas?
Where you get sucked up by tornadoes and go for the window. You squish witches and find the yellow brick road.
Is it made of gold?
You know, I've always wondered that.
Well, I mean, they got a castle made out of or they got a city made out of emeralds.
Yeah. Anywho,
I still have no idea what Kansas is.
that was the last time I drank, and that was over the summer, right after I busted up my ankle.
Congratulations, smooth move, X-Lax.
Yeah, that was the last time I'll ever take out the trash.
Are we talking about a person or actual bag of garbage?
An actual bag of garbage.
All right. Well, when we go do our thing, remind me to make sure I take out mine. But anyway,
But we have lobster shells in there.
Yeah, we don't want those to stink up the apartment. Tomorrow's trash day, so they can deal with it. But if anybody, because I think we're gonna have to wrap this up. We've been going for an hour and change, and there's still a slideshow I'm gonna put together on this. Hopefully, you'll all be seeing this on Tuesday. Well, I'm gonna be posting this hopefully Tuesday anyway. But with any luck, I'll be able to pick up where I left off with the Evil Within. Yes, Evil Within. Actually, there was somebody dressed up as the detective in that, and I got it mixed up with a different murder game, which I recently downloaded because it was on the queue.
Which one?
I think it's Murdered. You play a detective that gets killed, and you have to solve the crime from the afterlife.
Yes, that one looks very interesting to me.
I plan on trying to get Fallout 4, Dead Rising 3, and then Dead Rising 4.
I have Dead Rising 3 if you need to borrow it.
Oh, you still have my LA Noir. But anyway.
I also bought LA Noir.
Yeah. But if you guys think that there'd be a game that you'd like to see me play or a game I might want to try, let me know. I will do my best to try to acquire it. I mean, after a convention, I'm broke as a joke and still twice as...
Actually, I was going to ask you if you wanted to play some Left 4 Dead 2.
Well, we can do Left. Well, I know we want to try to do a thing with Minecraft, even at least if it's a 360 version. I have mentioned that before.
I do have the other version, but I prefer the 360 version.
I'll say I don't have any actual 360 Xbox One games. What I've got is what I've been able to get off the marketplace for having a gold account. So I've got a few games. Some might just be randomly popped on just to try them out and have some fun first time. I figured I'd let you guys see. But like I said, the next couple of days might be a little bit. This week's might be a little odd, because I'm going to try to get this capture. I believe we've narrowed it down to my capture device, or the capture card. I think it just might be wearing out. I mean, it was a friend of mine who used it for a while. I've been using it for well over a year, and probably close to a year and a half almost by this point. So it just might be wearing out. It could be just the cord. A friend of mine who actually helped out too, Jane, I think that's how it is.
Jana?
Yeah, that's how you phrase it.
Yeah, she wants to play Left 4 Dead 4, or Left
2.
4 Dead 2
with us. All right, well, she helped out with the HDMI splitter so I can bring you games from the PS3 like Silent Hill Homecoming. What else did I do? Oh, Brutal Legend, because that was the first one I did off the PlayStation. If you remember, that was acting up a little bit. I also would like to mention, too, that I do have a... I'll try to put the link in the description, too. I do have the GoFundMe page. I haven't actually... I've messaged... I've put something on it about a week or two ago. I have been really poor about trying to keep up with my social media stuff. Forgive me, because I'm crappy at it.
Life is getting in the way.
I don't have a life.
Sure you do.
No, I usually take it from others. That's why I have something to do. But I'll put the description for it, but I'd like to explain that all of that is going to go towards actually purchasing a new, better computer, because I'm using a simple, basic desktop. And I would like to get a proper gaming one so I can bring you more content from other things, because I have Steam account with a bunch of great games I'd love to play. This system won't let me. let's put it this way. I love playing Warcraft. I could buy the time cards to play it. The system will just lag horribly trying to play it. I tried to play it on the free, and it takes 5 minutes literally to go from one side of Goldshire to the other. Like if I was coming from the starting point and I wanted to head in the direction to the road to Westfall, it will take 5 minutes because it's. But I do know I've got some great games I'd love to play for you guys and be able to do. I'm only asking if you guys are able to. I'm not forcing. I'm not twisting.
Share it. Get people to share it. The more shares, the more likely he is to get a donation.
I mean, whether it's $1, $10, $100, whatever. I also plan to do a video for the new setup, how I have everything, what I got, and at some point, say where she's in frame, I might actually have a scroll. If I know how to figure out how to do a scrolling thing, I will put everyone's name that gives me their name, whether it's their real name, their Xbox tag, or even a nickname, or their gamer tag in general.
Or you could even do the highest.
No.
Could come on your show. You can link them in.
Do like a Skype call or something like that. That way we could talk, or recording. We could team up and play something. Do something like get in on a game of Dead Island.
Yeah.
Or even that's not a bad idea. I'll have to write that. Make sure I remember to put that in the thing so that way. But I'm only asking for help. I'm not gonna beg. I'm not gonna demand. Well, demand, that's just straight up BS right there.
Yeah, because
you can't get anywhere by demanding. I mean, you gotta respect people. I can tell you right now
that your system is not worth updating any further.
I don't think it can. I mean, I've got one panel off, so that way it's as cool as it's possibly going to be.
I could, but it ended up being more than just buying the components to build a brand new one.
I'd rather get that Trapper Keeper Cartman had, and then try to have it merge with it, and then just merge with a bunch of other older systems to hopefully upgrade to something better. That's a future optimistic idea right there.
It is.
So, I believe we're gonna leave this here. Holy crap! It's almost like we actually made a movie. I mean, you still figure there's still a few things. Oh, you know what? I think at the end of this, after the slideshow, I think I might put that second video.
Yep.
Because I think it'll end funny just putting that there.
So that means we have to link other people in, right?
Oh, no, I'm going to do that on separate, but... No, I'm thinking... No, not the second one, the first one, actually.
What?
Well, because that one's going to your other thing.
Are we talking about...
The first one we recorded.
The first one
we did today. Not this video. We're talking about something we're doing. We're being very vague on purpose just to confuse you guys.
Is the third video we are shooting today.
Yes, and I'm thinking about putting the first video at the end of the slideshow, possibly. I don't know. You'll find out when it's all said and done.
I think that would be fine. I would agree to it.
Oh, I hope so. And then the second one, I'm still going to do what I'm going to do anyway. So.
Can I say something?
You just said something.
Michael Tatum.
That's more than one something.
No, that is one something.
Yeah.
That is Mr. Awesome.
All right, so I guess with
7 years at AAC.
Damn.
Yeah.
What a child.
See him next year.
Yes. All right, so everybody, I hope you enjoyed this almost hour and 20. Well, this part's going to be it's at least a minute, an hour 20 right now pretty much at this moment. But if you like the video, let us know by hitting that like button with a snowball. You've got any questions, comments, or even a statement you want to send to me, to her, or in general, you know where to put it down below.
And we can even link in the LARP into the...
I can do that, so that way you guys can check it out, and, you've got questions on it, you can let them know. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. And if you have subscribed, you might want to hit that little bell, let you know when I got a video coming up. Hopefully things will go back to normal soon. And as always, you're welcome to share this and any of the other videos I've put out with your friends and family. It might perk their interest in something and they might want to watch it on their own. Well, guys, until next time, you have a good one, and I'll see you then. Buddha bye. Oh, where's my mouse?